All right, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to you guys. 8:09 in the morning as I get today started. Got to hit the storage unit, got to hit Lowe's, got to grab Damon. Looking to put in a good half a day today and hopefully get quite a few things done today. I've got my picker list in terms of what it's going to take to get us to the finish line, and there's about, I don't know, about 30 things on this list. But most of these things, damn it. I'm looking at a text from Damon right now. Most of these things are very, I don't want to say tedious things. Now, they kind of are tedious things. They'll take a little bit of time, but they won't take a whole hell of a lot of time. So some of these things will take longer than others is the easiest way to say it. All right, I want to start this video off with what I've titled this video. No clickbait intended at all, folks. I let a golden opportunity slip by me because I was scared. Now, realizing that at this point, hey man, every day you learn something new. Yeah, every day you learn something new. And I try to share everything that I learn with y'all. There's so many people who give me so much shit about, oh, Joe, you're doing it wrong, or oh, Joe, it's this or it's that, or you don't know what the fuck you're doing. At least I'm out here doing it, and I learned by trial and error, and ain't no better way to learn, right? People make comments about the backsplash tile. Oh, Joe, you should have put the thin set mastic on the wall versus putting it on the back of the tile. What fucking difference would it make? If it's gonna fall off, it's gonna fall off regardless, right? It would have had better adhesion, if that's a word. I think it adhered pretty decent, but you know, y'all the experts. Some of you probably really are. I don't mean that as sarcastically as it came across. Anyways, getting back to the topic here. You guys may remember when we were looking for flip number 4, there were a whole bunch of houses that we were looking at, and one of those houses was this house right here. Okay, here we go. 1,200 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, all brick home. Roof doesn't look too bad from this side, but on the back side, it's definitely kind of wavy. Nice neighborhood though, definitely nice little neighborhood. Nice little front porch area. A huge bay window right there. Let's take a look on the inside of this thing. You got this huge foyer is basically what this is. I've already been through this house, so I got an idea of the layout. So you got a huge foyer right here, which is basically just a waste of space. Closet right here. You got brinks. These old single pane windows definitely got to be replaced. And then we walk into the kitchen. So not bad with the kitchen. Refrigerator area over there. Dishwasher, stove. You can put your over the range right there. You could really open this up. I wonder what that is. I have no idea what that is right there because all of your HVAC is in the floor. So I don't know what that is. I mean, that could be opened up and whatever. So you could put some cabinets above the refrigerator area, but nothing too crazy with replacing all of this. Plumbing looks a little shaky. At least it's got a clean out right there. That's a good thing. So we come into this back room right here, and this is the laundry room, which is fucking huge. There's your dryer vent just busted through the drywall right there. Nice job there. The floor in this room feels a little water damaged. Like we got some water damage in this room, and there's a couple of spots in this house that feel like that as well. Not the whole house by any stretch. Electrical seems decent. Water heater, I don't know. But then you got this little ass window right here in the laundry. Your door that leads out to your backyard. No back porch. Maybe you could put a back deck on this, but we're not gonna have that in the budget. And then you look at how huge this backyard is. Probably about a half an acre, maybe. Again, all brick. pressure wash paint. The roof back here, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because of the sun glare. Definitely a little wavy. We got to put a roof on this house. Probably some roof board sheathing as well. I do not like the little windows in this house. I wish that you could really open this thing up, but that's gonna entail busting up walls and brick, and it's just gonna be too much. Sits on a decent little plot. So you got a dining room right here. We're coming back past the kitchen, dining room. And then if we come into that big foyer, here's the living room with no light in the ceiling. And also, we got some roof leaks for sure. Definitely taking place. So I look at this and I'm like, okay, boom, we can open that up. That's gonna be load bearing right there, but we can keep that beam. Open this up so at least you can see through to your dining room. Maybe even take this out, like open this whole front area up. Make this as big as you possibly can make it. That foyer over there, we gotta open that up. This wood paneling's gotta go away. We gotta sheetrock this thing. My budget was 50,000, but now it's looking more like 60. Look at just how that is. Just kind of all wonky on the wall right there. So my first number on this house was 50,000, but throwing on a roof, that's gonna add, 10,000 to it. So let's say 60. This house is listed for 89.9. Originally, I was willing to go up to 130 on this house. So if we get it for 130 at the max, we put in 60, we're at 190. We got to turn around and sell this thing. I guess worst case scenario would be 215, 220. So you're looking at a $25,000, $30,000 at the least. This floor in here, super wonky, super wonky. So probably got to do some subfloor work in here. Would have to look at this from underneath of the house. I did take a peek at the crawl. Didn't look too terrible. All right, so from the dining room, here's a hallway. We come into a bedroom right here, which is a decent sized bedroom, but that window has been boarded up. And that's a crazy situation that we're getting ready to check out. Little small window right here. Decent sized closet in this room. Floor feels pretty good in here. Here's your first bathroom right here. Nothing too much with that. Pretty cosmetic. Little vanity right there. We come into the next bedroom. So now we've seen two bedrooms, and this is where this house is going to start to get kind of crazy for us. Second bathroom right here. Not bad. Not too bad at all. But this is a very small bedroom right here. And this is just like my last flip house where you got to walk through a bedroom to get to this. And this sits on a concrete slab where we can see under the house a little bit. And here's your closet. And I almost feel like this is like some sort of a garage converted right here. If you think about it, there was a window right there, or this is an addition. And I'd be curious to see if this is on the tax records. So yeah, look, that looks like that was the original end of the house. This is an addition that they put on. They just put it on a concrete slab right here. Not a garage, an addition. So, yeah. Like I said, be curious to see if this is on the records. But this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and the price is $89,900, but there's no way this house sells for that. It's going to sell for way more than that. Again, it's in a bustling little area, huge backyard. So yeah, probably gonna be 130 or better for this. Maybe not. I got a video tour of us going and looking at this house. Now this house was in a city called Suffolk, and around me, Suffolk is one of the most happening cities in terms of flips, in terms of new construction. This dude rode a bike up here and literally, oh geez. Might be living in the storage unit. Suffolk is a super happening spot. And there was a house that we looked at out there. However, it wasn't exactly in the happening spot. It was in downtown. And it was, you know, in between some shit and not some shit. The neighborhood it was in was very nice. There were flips going on around it. I was very, very interested in this house. It was listed for $90,000. But I got scared. I'm at the storage unit right now. Let me grab what I need and I'll continue the story in just a moment. I got what I needed. Got some crown molding, got a whole bunch of shit. That house in Suffolk was originally listed for $90,000. One thing that scared me, I was like, oh, well, you know, I could offer 115, 120. It's gonna be a feeding frenzy over this house. The house would end up selling for $110,000. So my first assumption was incorrect about, you know, what the house would actually sell for. Listed for 90, sold for 110. Sold for 20,000 over asking. I was willing to offer 25 up to 30,000 over asking. And even at that price, hey, it may still have been worth it once I continue with this story. So one of the main reasons why I didn't pull the trigger on that house, and the thing that absolutely scared me, was the fact that on the tax records, the house was labeled as a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. They were selling this house as either a 3-2 or a 4-2. And if I can remember correctly, I think they said it was a 4-2. Now, there was a garage that was converted. There was a room, a Jack and Jill room like we had at Flip 3. And then again on the tax records, it was a 2-1. So I was like, man, I don't want to fight with the city about trying to get this thing converted over to, you know, the 3-2. Long story short, the house has already been flipped. They bought it a little bit before I bought Flip 4. They bought it for 110, like I said, and they've got this thing not only listed, but under contract right now for $220,000. And man, when I tell you they did a damn good job on this house, man, they did. They got the granite up in there. Every flip that I'm seeing, people are putting granite up in these houses. Looks like, I mean, it's definitely brand new cabinets. They knocked the wall down that was right there. It was almost like a little hallway wall right there as soon as you walked in the front door, kind of taken away from the living room. They knocked that wall down. There was this wall that separated the living room from the dining room that had like these built-in shelves that you could see through to the dining room. They boxed that off, and man, they just did a hell of a job on this house. So, like I said, already under contract right now for $220, and damn, man, I missed a golden opportunity just because of the location. Had a huge backyard. They didn't do anything with the exterior of the house at all. No roof. Looks like they probably put in, I don't know, maybe $60,000 on this house. Put in $60,000, bought it for 110. That's 170. Got it listed and under contract right now for 220. So I share that with you because one, that's a golden opportunity I let get by me. Shouldn't have been scared about it, but I was for good reason. The tax record and what it was labeled at, what the city referred to that house as, really scared me. However, what I have come to realize, a couple of things. One, in this climate, in this housing market that everybody says is changing, that everybody says is falling apart, the bottom's about to fall out, it may. It isn't, it hasn't. And the only thing that's changing right now is the interest rates. Interest rates are going up. You know what that says to me? Oh, motherfuckers are gonna be even more hungry to hurry up and try to get a house when we still got limited and little inventory. Prices are out of fucking control. The prices of these houses, they're so high, right? And if you think back to 2008, which I really don't know shit about 2008 because, well, I ended up going to prison in 2008 and I wasn't shit during 2008. But one of the reasons why the market fell apart was because the houses were selling for ridiculously high prices, but Everybody was getting approved for a mortgage. What I've learned in the 2+ years that not only been flipping houses, but also been buying personal houses is, yo, getting a mortgage is not an easy thing. And they are so quick to deny you. They are so quick to deny you. When I bought my second primary house, there were two things that almost got me jammed up right there. One was the fact that I had just bought the fucking Tesla. They say, hey, don't go out and buy a brand new car before you buy a house. Well, I bought the car before I even thought about buying the house. But that still was within like 30 or 60 days of me trying to get my second primary house, the house that I have right now. And then the second thing is my little YouTube career. Hey, my YouTube career had taken a drastic hit in comparison to where it was when I bought my first house. When I bought my first house, my mortgage guy told me I could go get anything I wanted. When I bought my second house, I had to write a letter explaining why my money and my business had, taken a drastic hit. They still approved me though. What I'm trying to get to is this. The lesson that I'm learning here is during this climate, for however much longer this lasts, man, fuck what the tax records say. And also, man, fuck the appraiser as well. He ain't got no choice but to play ball right now, so long as we're talking within reason. Now, I'm not saying get a house and list that thing for an astronomically crazy price, but higher prices have to be respected by appraisers right now due to the fact that there is the limited inventory. This is just my hypothesis. I could be dead wrong about this, Joe. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Supply and demand, what they teach you in fucking elementary school. When there's a low supply and the demand is high, well then so too is the price. The price goes up. I missed that opportunity. The work that was done in this house looks awesome. LVP through half of the house, carpet through the other half. That's how you save. You save money doing it that way. You can take that money and spend it on other things, maybe like granite. If you got a granite connection, granite's definitely the way to go. With this house in particular, even though I say Formica for life, don't get me wrong, granite would be a drastic improvement from that Formica shit that we got up in there. But in that particular house, they did granite, LVP flooring through half of the house, carpet through the other half, fresh paint. Don't even look like they did the windows. They put a new front door on it, nothing with the exterior. And then fixed up the kitchen for sure, brand new appliances. Kitchen looks great. I remember there were some soft spots in the laundry room. I'm sure they addressed those. And upgraded the bathrooms with nothing more than fiberglass tub inserts and some run-of-the-mill vanities. I reiterate, the lesson here is, I'm not going to let the tax record scare me again. Because what they've got this house listed for sale for right now, the description of this house is a 3-2 with a flex room. Could be your kid's room, a baby room, an office. I don't know if they went to the city and got the tax record corrected. I doubt that they did. I don't know how much that's actually going to play into things. But I'll tell you what, it's under contract right now. And I'm going to watch and see when this thing sells, if it sells for the 220. It might even sell for more than 220. They could have a bidding war going on with this thing. One other thing that I want to talk about. They talk about the ARV, after repair value. You want your ARV to be, I can't remember what they say, a certain percentage, maybe like 30% more. I can't remember exactly what the way they break those numbers down. Of course, one way that I look at it is like this. They bought that house for $110. They've got that house listed for sale right now for $220. Over $110. They've got it listed for 100% markup. Now that doesn't factor in the cost of renovations. It could have been more than $60,000. I think about Flip 3. I bought Flip 3 for $150. I sold Flip 3 for $256. That was a 100+% markup from my purchase price. Now, granted, I was into Flip 3 for almost $60,000. But I still made a damn good profit off of that. I look at Flip 4. I bought Flip 4 for $150. I'm into it for $25,000. Maybe I do need to push the price to $220. What's the worst that could happen? Comes in under that? Anyways, wanted to share that with you guys first thing. We're getting ready to get rolling. I'm almost at Damon's right now. We're gonna hit Lowe's real quick. Do I need it? Yeah, I need to hit Lowe's real quick. And then we're gonna get over there and we're gonna get some work done. So, just some Sunday morning food for thought I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what you think, and hey, let's get rocking and rolling today. Leaving from Lowe's, $110 later, and we got a whole bunch of little trinkets this morning. Did I bring my glasses? I did. Awesome. So I made a return for 90-something bucks, and I spent 110, and still got about fucking $500 worth of returns we got to make, but we'll get to those. All right, so somebody had made a comment and said, Joe makes things so much harder than they need to be. And I almost clapped back at that, but I said, you know what? I respect their opinion. And real quick, let me show you something. Damon's stealing a trash can out of the parking lot. Anything in it?
It's got aluminum trash in it. It's got a broken handle on it.
Take that shit. We need that trash can. Shit been sitting there all morning since we got here. Finders keepers, so to speak. It could be one of those fucking traps. What was that, bait car? But yeah, somebody had made a comment and said, Joe makes things so much harder than they need to be. And my God, it resonated with me this morning in Lowe's, trying to find what we need for those floating shelves in the kitchen. Got a solution to it. I'm sure somebody's gonna say, oh, that's so cockamamie and half-ass and whatever. So anyways, we got our basic piece of wood that we're gonna rip down to our floating shelf size that we need. We're gonna put 2 on each side. And I thought about the many different ways to make these floating shelves, and to be honest, now they're not even floating shelves. Now they're bracketed shelves. And how you would usually have the brackets underneath, we're gonna have the brackets on the top, because it's the only way that we can do it, because we got the tile underneath. So I know what you're gonna say, Joe, that's not the right way. The brackets are supposed to go underneath. Yeah, should have thought about that before I decided to do that tile backsplash. Also got some plate covers, outlet plate covers. Got a little bit of paint. We looked for a shower head, couldn't find that. And we got some crown molding that we had at the storage unit, and a new trash can. So hell yeah. Today's already off to a moderate start. Alrighty, hey, what time is it? Where's my phone at? Why's my hair always doing that? It'd be 10:39 in the morning, Sunday, and been over here for a little bit. And what we got going on? So Damon's painted this spot that looks just so bad still, but we're gonna run with it. We're gonna see how it does. I'm gonna put the light up there, and hopefully light does something, right? Hopefully light does something, like kind of hides it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. There's really just no good, there's nothing good there.
To be fair, it was a messed up spot to begin with.
It was a fucked up spot to begin with. And to be even more fair, there was only a little baby crack right here, and I tore that out, and I did that patch job. I did not do that patch job. So if you look at that patch job in comparison to my patch job, or if you look at my patch job in comparison to that patch job, They both look like shit, but what are you gonna do? All right, anyways, so what have we gotten done? Hey, I made a couple of cuts on on the shelves, but we gotta get those painted. Damon's gonna get on that. I've been having him kind of rocking and rolling because everything that I need to do, I need him to do something first. So he's already done the first thing, which is paint behind where the range hood's gonna go. So now I can get on range hood. But he has to go prime and then paint. Well, he's gotta go prime at the very least.
They're already primed.
Oh, they are? Oh shit, shout out to Damon, he's fucking on it. So I can get on the shelves as well. He'll probably get those painted, maybe at least a coat of paint on those by the time I get to those. So we made the cuts for the shelves, that's good. We're looking at the grout that's 4 different colors right now. That's not good, but it's still drying, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's still drying. Hopefully it's gonna dry up the right way because it's not looking too hot right this second, but I'm sure it will when it's all said and done. So I also fixed these transitions. So now we don't have those gaps anymore. They're all gone. They'll be quarter round right there, so don't worry about that. But no more gaps at all. Everything's the way that it should be. There, on this one as well. Right there, you can put a little baby piece of quarter round right there to take away from a gap. And then I actually installed the bull nose. I got that liquid nails, and I drove some brad nails into it. You can't even see it. Tested a piece to make sure the brad nails weren't gonna fuck that up, and it worked out real well. And yeah, so now I'm gonna work on this hood range hood. I've already put this up here. I've looked at this in the spot, looks decent. Nothing the cop can't fix. And work on, once that dries, work on getting the chute put together, I guess. Like I said, I got a punch out list of like 30 something things that we need to do to get to completion. I'm not saying we're gonna get all those things done today. I think by Wednesday at the very latest, we could completely be done, minus whatever's gonna take place with the shed, because I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put this sucker on the market, that's for damn sure. Couple more things we'll carry on with, and then I'll share with you more. I gotta wait for that paint to dry, so while I do that, I guess I'll go ahead and install the ceiling fan in here. And if the hallway dries up, I think I need to get another coat of paint up there, but we'll get the light in the hallway too. All right, share more in just a little bit. All right, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:11 in the afternoon, Sunday. We getting ready to wrap it up, get the fuck out of here. So, bing bong. Hey, there's the hood range, the range hood right there. Crown molding's gonna cover up that up top. And man, that joint is straight, it's nice. It looks really, really good. So, I mentioned crown molding. Let me just bounce around a little bit real quick and show you what I was doing. So I learned how to miter crown molding today. And it's not too complicated if you got a really good miter box. I got a shit miter box. I need to get a better one. So, here's my face. That guy's gonna sit right there. And I mean, we were on par, y'all. Gosh almighty, we were on par. Let me share with you real quick, because hey, this is worth sharing. All right, yeah. So here's our face right here. Here's our side piece right here. And man, just perfect miter right there, right? So she was perfect. No issues at all. It was gonna be, man, it was gonna be, oh God, beautiful. So then I make my final piece for the other side, both 8 3/4, nothing too major. And I make this piece and I say, wait a minute, what the fuck going on with that? So I'm like, oh man, I must have cut this wrong. This can't be right. And then I look at it a little bit more and I'm like, wait a minute, that shit way longer. Not way longer, but like 1/8 longer. And then I think to myself, I'm like, well, how wide is this? So I measure this shit, and one of these is like 3 3/4, and the other one is 3 5/8 or some shit like that. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. We're talking 1/8 of a fucking inch. Like who makes crown molding every 1/8? You can get 3, I mean. So, yeah. A little bit of an epic fail right there, no big deal. Joe, that's what they do. It looks like it's 2 different brands, because on the back of one, well, wait a minute. hold on now. That can't be right because they're all the same back. They're all the same back. I must have just cut this. I must have just cut this wrong. Hold on, I gotta try to figure out if I'm looking at that. You know what? Maybe I just cut it wrong. Maybe the cause for alarm. I think it was just a bad cut. Yeah, that's what it's gotta be. It's just gotta be a bad. That one's on me. So that's it for the day, because my brain is smoked. What I was looking at was the back of this, how this one's got this design and this one's just flat. So that's what made me think, but they did both measure different. They both did measure different, but those are both the same, so I don't know. Hey, funny thing, ceiling fan. Oh, that was delayed like shit. There it goes. Man, you want to talk about a pain in the ass to put that guy together. Now, I say it was a pain in the ass to put it together, but to be fair, hey man, this is a Hunter ceiling fan. I wanted to make sure that name brand is the first thing that you see when you walk in this door. So a potential home buyer gonna walk in this joint, they're gonna be like, damn, that's a crack house across the street, ain't it? But my guy, boy, they got the Hunter ceiling fan up in this bitch. Okay, shit, I know they did good up in here. They got the Hunter ceiling fan. They got the Hunter ceiling fan. What the fuck is that? What in the world is that? When they was trying to do a abstract? I'm so hard on myself. Joe, you got every reason to be hard on yourself because that shit don't look good. I know. That's tomorrow's problem. Just to be honest with you, that's tomorrow's problem. So, didn't get a chance to show you my shelves. Here they are right here. So, one's longer than the other, but they're gonna be 2 shelves per side, and they're gonna look pretty decent. So, bing bong. You see my shelves right there, just know I'm outside handling business. If I put y'all right there so y'all can see what else we got going on. Can you see that? I can't see it, so I hope you can. There it goes. So boom, we got the shelf right there, and then we're gonna have a little bracket right here. What do you think? Yeah? Nah? Well, looks like shit? Well, that's what we got. That's the solution to the problem. We could do 2 brackets, but that would look a little clustered. Do you think 2 brackets or 1 bracket? 2 or 1? Let me know. All right, so anyways, you have a shelf here, and you have a shelf here. And that's gonna button, and then we're gonna put a nice little trim piece of quarter round around there. Maybe we do, you know, I don't know. I'm mad about that crown mold. I thought I was doing something there. So you'll have those shelves there. Those shelves there, they're ready to go. And ceiling fan got installed. And this shit got hit again. Oh God, the more I look at it, the worse it is. Got that final piece of quarter round right there. And again, all those transitions, they're done. And that piece of bull nose installed. And that's really about it. That's all we got done today. The ceiling fan took me about 30 minutes to put together. I ain't gonna say 45 minutes. But it was a very sturdy ceiling fan, to say the least. And the hood range took probably about a good 30 minutes cussing at that thing, trying to get that thing symmetric and all that good jazz. And then the crown was, we were rolling with the crown. But I am up against it right here. So I wanted to do crown molding. Let's shoot the shit. You let me know. Also, real quick, somebody had made a comment saying, Joe, how's your cabinet door going to open on the right-hand side of the hood range? Cabinet's going to open and shut fine. There's nothing overhanging on either side here. So, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I hope I clarified that. But yeah, let's talk crown molding. I wanted to put the crown molding across like so. This is not the piece. It's just ironic. It's almost long enough. Needs to be a little bit longer. So I want to do crown molding around the top of these cabinets like so. But what do I do? What do I do here? Do I go straight across? Or do I button either side up? And then you got, I think we're going to button either side up. It's just going to look funny with this guy just crown molded by himself. But that's what we got. And then on this side, same situation. We could have went straight across with it, but That's what it is. Let me know what you guys think. We're wrapping it up. We're getting there by Wednesday-ish. We're done. And every day we're knocking some things out. We got 3 or 4 things knocked off of that list today. And some of these things take longer than others. There's gonna be some things that we're gonna be able to roll through. Still no viable solution with the shed just yet. We're working on that. My wife actually had a really good idea. She came over here a little while ago. She said, hey, why don't you take the parts that you're taking off of the ramp and use those for the floor of the shed? And I said, oh my God, that's such a great idea, because wood's $40 a piece right now. Look, hey, there's your walkway in your shed. I don't really care about that shed. It's not gonna make or break this deal. I mean, it would add some value if it was a nice shed, but it's not a nice shed. I don't feel like, I'm not gonna put the money into the shed. That's not what it is. Unless Jose says, hey, I can do it tomorrow and we'll do it for a good price. And good price, I don't even know what that is just yet. So I've always done sheds as is. I don't wanna fuck with the sheds. It's just not, it's not a viable thing here. We'll see, we'll see. That's it for today. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna go try to enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon, and I hope you guys are able to do the same. You'll be seeing this by Monday. And hey man, this week upcoming, week number 6, hands down guaranteed to be the last week of flip number 4. I need to start looking for flip number 5 ASAP. Talk with you soon. Take care.